This JavaScript and what is the difference between JavaScript and Java. And now we'll understand what are the important things we need to follow in JavaScript. Okay, so I'll go to the notepad. So once you go to Java, we'll have we'll create things in using a Java. Okay, sorry, that is Eclipse, or we can go with other VS Code for this also. For JavaScript also you can do that. Okay, so I'll create a new file. So you need to name this as a .html. So already we discussed, right? So we are going to embed JavaScript within the HTML. Okay, just save this file. So now see here, what are the basic structure of HTML? So this nothing but doc type HTML, and this is HTML slash HTML, right? So within this, I'll have head and then body element. Okay, this is how it will be. So what I'm going to do is within this body element or in this head element, so you can embed the JavaScript. So there are two ways you can do. So the first one is uh, you can embed embed the JavaScript within head element, or you can go with the or you can embed a JavaScript within a body element. Okay, you can do it on either way. Okay. And one more thing is, you can also embed a external JS file, that is JavaScript file, in a head element. So you have to embed in the head element. Okay, so this is what you have to do. So let's check how we are going to proceed. So first I have a body element. So and before knowing about this, we need to know what are the different keywords we have to create a variables. Okay, so this is a very important interview questions. Okay, what's the difference between let, variable, and then const? Okay, so let is a keyword used to create a variable. Example, let is the keyword. I'm giving a name as a equals to, so I'll show you in the code itself. So here I'm going to use a JavaScript within the body element. So what I have to do is same as in the CSS. CSS, what we will do, so we'll give us that is style element, right? So here I'm going to give script element. That's it. Very simple. So in this script element, I'm going to mention the JavaScript. So let's see the difference between a let and const and variable key. Okay. So let equal to 10. First, I'll go with the variable keyword. So variable a equals to 10 is a variable, and I'm trying to print this variable in the browser. Okay. So document dot write. So document is nothing but is an object, and write is a method. It is used to print the value. Okay, it used to print the value in the browser. And one more thing, it is called as a console.log. Yeah. So this is nothing but if you're trying to get the output in a console. It is a developer mode. So we already know. So we'll right click on the browser and we'll go to the inspect and we can see that. So let's check the output for this. Click on this. So here you can see the output tab. Now right click, go to inspect. So in the console, below the console, you can see the value as. Yes, guys, what is the value I got here? So I got a variable 10 or 11. So I got a value 11 because it is a redeclaration part. Again, I'm trying to give some value. This is called as a assigned value or assigning value. Okay. So what the value will be now? Say this. So now it is 20. So in interview point of view, this question is asked. You have to tell. So variable keyword, it will accept both declaration and assigning or assigned value. Okay. So now we'll go with the let keyword. So let us equal to 10. So I'll remove this. So I'll get a value as 10. Okay, now I'm trying to give some redeclaration value for this. I'll change this, let 2, and it is 11 now. So we'll check. No, I didn't get any output. Why? So if you want to check the error for JavaScript, the debugging is easy here. So go to the inspect and you can see it here in the console. So what it is saying, uncaught syntax error, the identifier A has already been declared. So this is the instruction is given. So the let keyword will not accept the redeclaration. So okay, we'll check whether the assignment works here. So now we will check. Yes, it is working. So assigned value is possible, but redeclaration is not possible. It will accept, assigned value, but not redeclaration. Sorry, redeclaration. Redeclaration is not possible. Okay, and again, I'm trying to check about the const keyword. So what happened to const keyword? So I'm trying to, assign some value. See here, I'm not getting output. Right click and go and check. So what it's saying, the assignment to the constant variable at error. So you cannot do that. Okay. So it is not working. So let's check with a redeclaration. That is also not possible. Okay. Clear, guys, everyone? So if the question is from const, let, and variable, so you will be able to answer, right? Yes or no? Declaration and also assigned value. So this both will not be possible. Now, next, we should know what are the data types we have. Okay, in that is JavaScript. So in JavaScript, the data types. So definitely, this is an interview questions here they will ask. So there are two things. Two types are there. One is primitive and non-primitive data type. Okay. The first one is primitive data type. This is nothing but it's a predefined data type, which is already predefined. We are not going to do anything. But when you see about a non-primitive, this is an interview question, ma. Please make a note of it. Okay. Non-primitive data type is a customized data type. Customized means it is mostly created by a developer. Okay, so this is called as a non-primitive. So primitive data types, what are the different data types we have? So nothing but we have something called as number, string, and undefined, and null, and boolean. So these are the different data types we have. And for non-primitive data types, we have something called object, class, and array. So these are all called as a non-primitive data types. Okay, which is created by the developer. Example, you can take yourself as a developer. So you know something about JavaScript and you are trying to create some non-primitive. So that is also accepted. Okay. So this is a difference and we'll see how to use it on the code. So a variable a equal to 10. So this is a variable. So this is called as a number data type. Okay. And variable b is equals to name. I'm giving some name. Giving Guram Bharkavi. So this is a name. So this is called as a string data type. So this is nothing but this is like a command line. So if you are trying to give a comments, so which should not be executed in your output, you should not see that in your output. Then you will go with this command line. Okay. And next, we'll see what is a boolean value. So if I'm giving some value to be true, so this going to be a boolean, and variable d, I'm giving some. I'm not giving any value. I'm just giving like this. Okay. So let's check. So what are the outputs for this one? So document dot write. I'm going to print the values. Okay. I'm going to check what data type it is. Okay. So let's use this type of method. This method is used to find the data type. Okay. So I'm giving the variable name as A. So let's check the output. So what is the data type? It's there. It's over there. It's a number. Just I'll remove this if you will get a confusion. So this is a data type here. And I'm just copying this. Here I'm giving it as B. See here, it is It is number and this is string. So better plus. So just to break these two, statements, that is the reason I'm giving like this. And for each and every statement, when it completes, you have to use this semicolon. Okay. And I'm going to check this value. Okay, here I'm giving C. Okay, so here what we need to do is we'll give some statement. Okay, we'll try to find whether it is true or false. So now it is showing a boolean. Yes, this is a boolean. So you can either go with true or false. Both things it will show like this. And for null values, it is empty or something. There is nothing. So we'll check. To print this. So again, it is considered as an empty. So better what we'll do is, so see here, I didn't initialize anything for this D. Okay, so we'll check what happens. See here, it is undefined. This is also one data type. If you're not giving any value for any variable, then it will be considered as a undefined. So this will be definitely asked in the interview. What is undefined? Okay, and giving it as null. We'll check. So actually, this is considered as an object, but what is if you're not giving any value within this one, then it will be considered as a null. Null means it is an empty one, so you don't have any value in that. Okay. So these are the different data types we come across, and also I'll tell you what is function and objects and everything, and you will get some idea what all these. And before going to that, we need to know what are the different ways to import a coding, right? So first I'll tell you how to create a function. So function is function keyword you have to use, and you need to mention the function name. So I'll give the function name as click. So this is the function name. So you need to mention the function keyword and the name, and you have to use the parameters. Okay. And then you need to mention the curly braces. Within this curly brace, you are going to code what you are going to do. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm creating one new file. Okay. File save as js dot js. My file name is js and the extension is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to save it as a JavaScript file. So save. Okay. So here, what is the method? Click off. Sorry, one second. I'm going to use this function here, and I'm going to create one button. Okay, button type is something called button, and I'm going to give some value for this. Click here slash button. Okay, this is a button I'm giving. So here I'm going to create some functionality, right? That is click off. I'm going to merge these two files. So this is a HTML file and this is a .js file. So what I'll do is I need to merge these two things. How can I do that? You need to use that in the head element. Okay. So in head element, previously in CSS what we have done. So we need to mention a style element, right? So here you need to mention a link element for linking purpose. Here you need to mention script element. Okay, and then what is your src? What is the file name? That is js.js, and you need to mention the type, or you can give it as it is. So let's check. So I'm going to give some functionality. If I click on that button, okay, I have created some HTML button. So if I click on that button, I need some messages. So alert message I need. Um, Here I'm giving hello. This is a alert message I'm giving. Okay, just go to the JavaScript file, and here I'm going to add this method. Okay, if I click on that button, I need some functionalities which should be there, right? So for that purpose, I'm going here. The method name, the attribute name is on click. So on click, and what is the function name which we have given there? This is not a predefined function name. You can give any other name. Okay, whatever the name you want, just give it. So on click off, I'm mentioning click off. Okay, let's check the output. So what happened? Okay, once again. So the file name is .js.js. Mm, we can also include this. So what is the error? We'll check. Okay. Okay, better before doing this. Okay, we'll check with this one. So we'll check with the internal part. Okay, so internal part, I'm trying to create script slash script. Okay, and I'll remove this. I don't want this one. And okay, so now within the script, I'm giving this functionality. Okay, here I can see a click here button. Just click on this. So we'll try with confirm. So it is click method and on click. Give me 1 second, guys. Actually, it is correct. Let me check once again. So we'll try it in the external first. Maybe it's docked up and everything is correct, right? Okay. This is nothing but we have so many events. We'll see that. Okay. Give me some time. So we'll copy this code. Check it. So why suppose I'm not getting this alert method? So actually, this is how you will create. So function keyword and method, and then that is function name. And here you need to mention the method names. So better I'll try some other method. Mm, okay, so better I'll create a new file. So now I'm creating one button slash button, and type is button. Okay, and here you can give a name. Click, and in this place you need to add the attribute that is called as on click. So the function name I'm going to give as uh, a of. Okay, so it's simple name. So a of I'm giving. So just come down here. I'm creating a script element. Just I'm going to embed. Okay. So here the function creation is function keyword and the name. What is the name? Function name is a of. Okay, within this function name, I'm going to give some alert message as good afternoon. So now we'll try to get the output. Yes, now I'm getting some error in that page actually. Okay, that is the reason you were not getting. Clear everyone? So how to create a basic function. Okay, how to, so now, so you know how to embed a script file within the HTML element. Now, what I'm trying to do is, I'll, comment this. Now I'm going to use the content which is in this, where is that JS file? Which is in the js.js file. Okay, I'm going to use that. So how we need to include is within the head element, you need to mention script is the element. So you need to close the tag. Here, you need to first, the thing is js.js the file name. And then what is the type? This is not mandatory. The type is So it's a plain text and there's a format of JavaScript, right? So I'm mentioning that. So I'll create new one file. New file, save as js1.js. So copy this code. So here it is JS1, right? We'll run this, click on this, you will get a alert message. So this is a two way of doing, or either you can go with the head element also. You can do this coding in the head element also. Okay, these are the three ways we have. And now we should understand. So what is how to create an object. These are the Okay, so now we need to understand what are the different ways to create us, that is our object and arrays. How we'll create that? So let's look into that. Before going to that, we need to know what is a get element by ID. Okay, so here I have one paragraph. Okay, so like paragraph. Here I have some script. So script is nothing but what are the details I'm going to that is I'm going to access that paragraph element. Okay, for that reason I'm using the script. So in the script I'm giving a object as document, and I need get element by id. So this is a method, one of a method of document. So previously we know write document is one of the method of this document. So document is an object. So in that object, we have so many methods. The one of the method is called as a get element by ID. So now in that, I need to give some inner HTML. That is, this is a property. Inner HTML is nothing but it's a property. You are going to give some, you want some text to be displayed. Okay, for that purpose, you are going for this inner HTML. So just give some details. Okay, I'm going to give mm, happy day. Okay, so I'm giving a text like this. I want to print it in the paragraph mode, or let it be an H1. So I want to print it in the H1 mode slash H1. So I want to link this, right? So I want to print my text to be in a heading. So how I can link? I need to give some ID. So ID is equals to, the name will be B. I'm just giving some name. Whatever you want, you can give. I'm giving here also a B. Just save and then run. What happened? And here you need to understand this should be in a camel case. Okay. Mm, better we'll try to hide this, but this is not a problem. I'm sorry, I was doing in the different file. I'm seeing in the. Okay, just close this. So here you can see, happy day. So here I was not giving in the H1, right? But it is showing here. Okay. This is how you will print the details. Example, I'm giving one more paragraph. So this is going to be a paragraph now. Okay. And here, what I'm doing is just copy this. And this going to be, I'm changing this to a C. That is ID name is C. So here also C. And I'm changing this to happy afternoon. Okay, let's check what happens. Again, need to check whether I'm in JavaScript 3. Better I'll do it in this file. This one. So it is JavaScript 4, right? So you can see. So it is in a heading mode and this is in a paragraph mode. So this is how you can get a element, a read element. Okay. So for that purpose, we are using this get element ID. So we have multiple, elements and we can also fetch by the tag names. So let's see how we can get it by the tag names. So just remove this. Okay. So this is a paragraph and so this is a two paragraphs I have. 1 minute, guys. Just give me 2 minutes, ma. Okay, ma. So now we need to know a very, very important question which is asked in interview. That is nothing but what is called HTML DOM. Okay. So you need to answer it clearly. Okay, ma. So say example, the first one is it's a object model and a programming interface. So this is the first thing you need to mention. So it's an object model. So nothing but each and every hierarchy will be like that. So I'll show you how it will be organized. So in images, if you go, you can see this, right? So this is how it will organize. Document, and each and every thing will be calculated as an object. Okay, I'll tell you how it is possible. So here, HTML elements as a objects. So all the example paragraph, H1 button, so whatever the elements we have, it is considered as an object. And we have something called as a properties. So properties of all the objects, sorry, of the all the HTML elements. So we have some properties. If I want to change some colors or if I want to change some activities, then I will go with this property. Okay. And methods. So method in the sense, as of now, we have discussed like on click on something like that. So that is called as in a objects. And the property is, this is the property and this is a method and this is the object. Okay. And to access all the HTML elements for that purpose and events for all the HTML elements. So this is how you need to explain. Okay. And what we can do with this. Okay. So there are some examples we have. First one, we know what is get element by ID method, right? So we need to access any unique HTML element. So then we will go with this. So this is a only one heading I have, and I want to change that. Then I go with the ID, right? And the inner HTML is nothing but to getting or replacing the content. If I want to replace or I want to get the contents, then I will go with it. Okay. And there are different things we have. So let's see one by one. First one is finding HTML elements. So we'll find the HTML elements. So we can find the elements by document dot get element by ID. Okay, so this is the way you can get, or you can go with document dot get element by tag name. You have to give the name, and again document dot get elements. Here also we need to elements because it is multiples, right? So we'll use elements by class name. Okay, and next thing is we are going to need to know is changing the HTML elements. How we will change the elements. If I need to change something, how can I do that? Okay, so using the way you need to create. So first you need to mention the element name which you're going to change, and then see here, this is the example. So this is the element you are going to change and dot inner HTML and then your content. Okay, so inner HTML and then a content, new HTML content which you are going to give. And next one is if you are trying to change the some style of that property. Example, I'll tell you how we'll do this. Just make a note of it, because once we know the syntax, we can easily use create the things, right? So that is a reason I'm telling this. And if I'm trying to add or delete the element, what I have to do? So to add and delete, so what need to do is, first you need to if I'm trying to create a element from the script itself. I'm not going to create like this. See here. So before we created like this, right? So button means button element and heading, heading. So not like that. So what I am going to do is, so I'll give like this document dot create element. So and you have to mention the element name which you are going to create. And document, you're trying to remove some child, then you can go with this one. And if you're trying to append any of these child element with the created element. So example, see, so I have some paragraph, okay, I have some content, okay, and I just want to add the text with an element, then I will go with this append child, okay. And you need to mention which with the which element you are going to append. And we already know what is document dot write of text. So text you need to mention, so that will be displayed. And the last thing is, so these are the important we need to follow, and we'll see one by one how to create. So already we know this one, right? Idea of how to create this. So now we'll see about a class. So how to create a HTML by tag name. So if I have multiple tags, example, I have multiple tags. I'm just removing this C. I have some text called just copying this. I have multiple paragraphs. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get it using a tag name. So how we can do this? Document dot get element by tag name. So see here, guys. So this is also camel case. Camel case is nothing but the first word will be in a small characters. The other words, first character will be in a caps. Okay. So what is the tag name? I'm going to use a paragraph, right? So P. So mention like this. Okay. So and I'm going to give some name for this variable, for this statement. Let it be E. Okay. So just get down. And now I'm going to print these values and also remove this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to print this paragraph in this H1 element. Okay. So document dot get element by ID. Okay. And what is the ID? Here it is B, right? Then I'm going to get the inner HTML. That is, I can either replace or I can add the content. So that is a usage of inner HTML. So now, so I'm trying to fetch the, so this is the third paragraph content is, so we have to give it like this. And once it is done, just give plus. Plus is nothing but in JavaScript it's a concatenation symbol. Okay, so once you give this, you need to add the element. Okay, so see here we have 1 2 3 4. So I need my third element. Okay, so third element index is 0 1 and 2. So I'll change the content so that it will be clear. Mm, Okay, so now I need my third element. So it is index value. So it is calculated in the index value because I'm going to use the array. So array means what? So it will be in an index, right? 0 and 1, 2 and 3. So it will be starts from 0. So what is the, the variable name? So variable name is E of semicolon. So E of is, I need a second one. That is, I need to display the third paragraph and inner HTML. So what I'm doing is, I'm trying to fetch the detail, that is this one paragraph details. I got all the paragraphs in the E. Now in the ID, I want to display some content. For that, I'm given an inner HTML. And next is what I'm going to display. I'm just going to display the third paragraph. So for that, I mentioned the variable name is E and of 2 dot inner HTML. I hope everyone clear. So let's check. So here you can see what is the output. So every paragraph has been listed, but this is the third paragraph. Content is FSWT. Okay. So this is how you will get printed. So if I'm removing this inner HTML, so what happens? So check. So I will not be getting any value. So you need to use the object. So otherwise you property. Otherwise you will not get the value. Okay. And next we'll see about the class names. So class is also again same. You need to create a class names. So I'll give a class name here. So class equals to uh, I, class equals to J. Or better, I'll give all the classes a same name. Here also I'm giving a classes. Okay. So now I need a that is second one. Hi, I need, or I'll change this to artificial. So this is the thing I'm giving. Okay. So now what I will do is the same thing, but I need to change the that is paragraph. Instead of paragraph, here I need to change it as class name. And in this, what is the class name here? It is I, right? So you need to mention it as I. Then here you come and you need to change this particular value. So I need to display the artificial intelligence. What is a number I need to mention? So it is 0 and this is 1. So here I need to mention it as 1. Now we will check. So here you can see the artificial intelligence has been displayed. Clear everyone? Yes or no? So just unmute and tell me, ma. So did you understand till this? Yes, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Is understood till this topic? So if you have any sort of doubts, so I'll share you this video link also. Okay. But still, if you have any questions, so you can ask through me a WhatsApp. Okay. Do you already know my number, right, everyone? So if you want, I'll just share the number before closing the class. Okay. Okay. Next one is we should know what is a query selector all, because this is one of the interview questions. Query selector all, because while creating your projects mostly you will use this query selector all. Okay, so see here the same thing. So I have a class, but now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this method alone. Instead of selecting the element, I'm going to give it as query selector all. So this is a name I'm given. And what is your that is the element name, and what is the class name? So you have to mention. So paragraph dot I. Okay, what is the class name and the element name that you have to mention. And then this is and all will be the same thing. So let's check. So what happens? So it is also appears the same thing, but what happens is it will select all the element particularly. For example, if I have one more element like this, okay, so h1 slash h1, and I have a class name as I. So what happens? Will not be clear, right? So what it will do is it will pick only the paragraph I element. For that purpose, we are going for this query selectors. So it matches a specific, selectors, ID or class name types, attribute, whatever it may be. It is more specific. For that purpose, we are going for this elements. Okay, that is a query selector. Okay, this is one of the interview questions, so make a note of it. And then we'll see about what is the changing the HTML content. So how we can change in a HTML, that is content. So we already know like using a dot inner HTML. But suppose if I'm trying to add some, images, how can I add it? So see here, I have some image, okay, and I'm not giving any SRC file, and I'm giving a ID as image. And you can give a file which you have, and you can also mention a width and height. So width, I can give some 200, or let it be 100. And height is going to be, again, I'm giving it as 100 pixels. Okay, this is how it will be. So now, let me check whether there is any image file within this. Yes, I have one. Mm, JPG file, right? So don't, okay, so here I have mentioned something. So that is image ID and source and everything is. Now I'm going to use that in my script element. So how I can do with that? So 1 minute. Let me copy these notes. Okay, so now I'm removing this. I'll remove this. And what thing is a document dot get element by ID. Okay, so here I need to mention some that is ID name. So ID name is image, right? For image, I given image, 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 and then dot src. So here you need to mention the style and property. So when you come down, you can see here. So you need to mention the style and the property. Okay. So here I have mentioned the style. Style, so src is given. What is the file I need to change? So already previously I have what this file. 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry guys. So first we'll check with this src. So in this file, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give a different file name. So we'll take this file. So in pictures, I have some file. Let me check. So I have some default file. Put it down. Okay. Um so now here I'm going to give a file name as default dot what is the format? It is JPG. Okay, so JPG. Let's check now. You can see the image which you have here. Okay, so previously I have imported this image, right? So this image is a different one. So this is the image I have uploaded, but I got the image for default. So this is how you will change the files. Okay, so the next one is, so we will understand how to change the types of colors. So if you want to colors change some colors, how you will do that. And before that also we need to understand how to do the form validation. So first we'll see about the colors. Okay, just we'll have some function kind of things, or directly we can do. Okay, so we'll do that. So let's take some example, simple example we go. We don't want to go with a very big example. So I'm giving some, buttons. So already I have a button, right? So I'll go with the paragraph or heading. So this heading. So this heading, I'm going to change this one, and I'm specifying some ID for that. ID equals to some name, K. Okay. So come down, and I'm going to change some color for that text. Okay, so text would be like this, a sample paragraph. Sample paragraph here, document dot get element by ID. Here I'm mentioning K. And what you have to mention is, first you have to mention the style. Okay, so before the style is used as an attribute, right? So here you're using this style, and then what color you're going to change. So I'm going to change the text color. So text color going to be something green. Okay, so we'll check what color it appears. So see here, the color has been changed to some green color. So this is how you will change the colors of the element. Clear? And also we should know how to that is validate the form, the simple forms, how we can validate. Okay, that we will check. So let the examples be there. So I'll create a new file. Okay, so here the basic structures just we'll copy from here. Just remove all these things. Okay, so now I'm going to create simple input field and I'm going to check whether that input field is valid or not. Okay, so what the condition is, if it is empty, it will show the message as empty. So that is a simple form validation. So let's check. So how we'll do that. Okay, just go to this body element. First, we'll create a form. Form. uh, we can also mention the form name here. So form name as forms, and then action. The action is not that much important, because if you are trying to import all your details, okay, in some server side language like .php, so that time it used. Okay, so I'm giving some fake names as action underscore page dot php. This is a server side language. Okay, and then and I'm giving on submit. So here on submit is, so while you are submitting your form, for that purpose we are using this attribute. So before we have used on click, right? The same thing we are using on submit. I'm going to give some functions of wait. Later we'll give. And method is post. So post method is nothing but, if you want your content to be placed in this .php file, then you have to use post. Otherwise you don't want to secure your information, then you can go with the get method. Okay, which is not secure. The get method, if you use get method, it is not secure. And I'm giving a name as some input type equal to text. The name equals to, I'm giving some f name, first name, and one more input is type equals to submit, because I'm going to submit the form. So in that case, so value is equals to submit. Okay, so this is how you will do. So I have only the first name and the submit. Okay, inside the form. So just close the form. Okay, in here you need to mention the function name. So down will create one method. So here you can do, otherwise you can do it on the head method also. So we'll try this. This head method, I'm creating a function keyword, and the function name is, let it be a. So mostly you have to give a function name, should not be any anonymous name. Uh, Prefer some names which is related to your functionality. Okay. So for example, I'm just giving. So this is a function name of. So in this a of let, I'll take as yum. So yum is a variable, and the document, what I'm going to fetch, I'm going to fetch the form. So form, better I'll change this form's name, form 1. Okay. So here there will be a square brackets and I will get the value of it, because I'm going to fetch the value which the user is going to get. Okay. So forms, and within the square brackets, what is a particular details I'm going to get. So if there is any different multiple forms I have, so that form I have to choose. Example, so I'm copying this. Here I'm going to name it as a L name. Okay. So there are the two forms I have. Okay. So, so let it be B. So after that we'll do. So here the first form name is form 1 and this is form 2. Go here and give the name as form 1. In double quotes you have to mention. And here you need to mention as A. Sorry, that is, you want to details of F name, right? So here you need to mention F name. Once you've done this, you need to check the yum, whether this yum variable text is empty or it has some text. So for that, I'm going for the if condition. So yum equals to, I'll check whether it is empty. Okay, so put a curly brace. So within this curly brace, if it is yes, then I will create a alert message. So alert message as you should fill the details. And so you should return false because this is not correct, right? So have to throw like this. So this is a simple basic example. So let's check the output. So I think it's a different file. So here you can see some, two different forms is there. So for first one only we are designed. So I'm not giving anything. I'm giving submit. What happened? I will hide this. So let me check why it is not working. Better will remove this. Try to change this form name. Okay, so if you are not using, if you are not giving any values here, then you will return the value like this. So it is only using this return keyword. You need to use this return keyword. Okay. And if you have some different forms, example, I'm trying to get some validations. That is, I need some details to be in a text or it should be in a some values. Then I should go with the that is data validation. Data validation is basic validation differences. Basic validation is just to check whether the field has been filled or not. Otherwise, it will not. Okay. And for data validation is it will check whether your data has been uploaded or not. So that is the main difference which we have. Okay, I'll give you one more example for this. One second. Okay, guys, I have some more examples for forms validation because which is very, very important. Okay, we'll see that. Okay. Okay. The main important thing is we should know about a mail validation. Okay. So how we are going to do the mail validation? So what are the important criteria we need? So the first thing is like we should have at and some dot characters, right? So how the mail will be like example umma at gmail.com. So like this it will be there, right? So I need a at position and then dot position I need. Okay. And there must be at least one character before and after it. Okay. After before this and after this, I definitely there should be a character, at least one character. And there must be at least two character after dot. So after dot we have so many things are there, right? So not only dot comes, you have dot in and ac, so like so many things are there. At least two I need. For that, how I can do a validation? Just go up. First I'll create a form. So everything is same. So as of now I'm just going to remove this one alone. So email, so input type, so I'm giving it as a text because it isn't text. So name is email. Just close this. Can also do it like this. Self close. In this place, what we'll do is, so I need to create a method. Okay. So here we have that is a function name. Same thing we can use it of. Only the logic, business logic will differ. So function, and the function name is a of. Within this a of, what I will do is variable keyword, and I'm giving a, or I'll go with the b character. Okay. So and I'm going to fetch the form, right? So document, what is the form name here? It's a my form. So you can directly give it as my form. You don't want to mention forms of, because if you have so many forms, you can go with the forms of and you will mention. Otherwise, you can directly give what is the form name. What is the next thing is you have to mention the name, and then your value. So what the value you're going to fetch. Okay. And the third variable is keyword is I'm giving as something called C. Okay. So in this C, I need this first thing, that is first variable is what? B variable, right? So B dot index of. So index of is nothing but it will get the position, correct? So it will get the position of the at. So it will get the position of the at variable, that is at character. And next variable I'm creating for as a D. So here I'm giving it as B dot. So next I need mention as B dot last index of. So how I'm going to mention it here, like at and dot. Okay. So how many places it needs, and to get that positions. Index of is it will calculate the position. So how if it is there is only one, or how many the last position it has. And for example, see here. So this is an example, right? So it has only one. So it will find the position. Like it is in 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth the position it is. And if you come with the dots, if I have some two dots, what happens? It will calculate that position. So for that purpose, we are going for this index of and last index of. These are all nothing but string methods or array methods. So we have different methods in JavaScript for strings and methods that will also we'll discuss. Okay. So I'm going to check the if condition. In if condition, what I'm going to do is first I will check that is character C. The variable is C is greater than 1. So I will check whether the C character is greater than 1. Okay. And So it should have at least only one thing should be there. Okay. And I'm using or. Okay. So in this it was or, what I will do is I'm going to check. So it what happens in the or thing is it will check whether each and everything is right or wrong. So I should definitely have at least one at character, right? But it is below one. So what happens? It is zero or it will not be there. Then it will throw an error. And next thing is D. So D is greater than C plus 2. Okay. So what happens? D is dot. So after C plus 2 is, so if a C is something 0 or something like that, plus 2 means what happens? So it will check. So whether the after the dot, if it is this is the C is greater, then what happens? So again it will pass an error. Then the third thing is D plus 2. If it is the given element, okay, the B dot length, if the given element length is that is a text is which is less than a D plus 2. So what happened? Again it throws an error. So what error is, you can give whatever you want, you can specify. Okay. I'll throw the error as alert. So most probably you will throw the error in the alert box only. Okay. So I'll tell please enter in the correct format. This okay. So let's check. So here I have a form. Okay, I'm trying to give you at see. So here C is less than 1 in the sense there is no at all. Giving. So I need one submit button, right? I forgot. Then what happened? So variable name is, yeah, that is method name is A. Okay. Form is email value. Okay, sorry. So here the name is email, right? So also it is taking the value. Let me check once again. So it is very easy, ma. Just you have to use your method. What are the methods you have, and you can play with the form validation. Okay. So let me check once again. Works. Yes, someone have not muted, just mute. Be on mute. Please be on mute. It is accepting, so no worries, ma. I'll let you know this. Okay. So I'll let you know this by tomorrow. Okay. So we are having a session tomorrow, right? So I'll let you know. And once again. Okay. So and then we'll have some important things. So this is a basic form validation, but it works. But there is some thing it's said, but I'll check on. But this is the basic coding how you'll do. Okay. So don't worry. On tomorrow's class, most probably I'll give more examples on this form validation because which is very very important while you are doing your live projects. Okay. And so now we'll just know a very basic things like example. See here, arithmetic operators. Obviously, you guys most of them know, but I'll give some brush ups on this. Okay. And also we'll see about animations if possible, time permits. We'll see. Okay. We'll see how to create a basic, JavaScript validations, that is animations using some simple codings. Okay. So I'll tell you what are the things we need to cover. Okay. So HTML events is there, and then string method, then array method, and then animation piece insertion. So this we need to cover. So we'll come to know what are the different events we have. So like click events, that is mouse events, and we have something called as a focus and keyboards. How we are using to events in the keyboards. So let's see some important examples. So we already know about a click, right? on click. So we'll move on to the mouse events, how we can do the mouse events. So in the body element, just giving some paragraph. So paragraph. So here it is a paragraph. Okay, within this paragraph, I'm giving some text. Okay, so mouse over. So this is a text I've given, and I'm creating some attributes. Okay, the attribute name is on mouse over. So this is the attribute I'm giving. Okay, within this on mouse over, I'm going to create some functions as we done before. Okay, so I'm going to do all these things in a body element. So script slash script. Okay. So, so in between, I need to link this. Okay, so create a functions. Let it be a b variable. Sorry guys, it's a b variable. So in this functionality, I'm creating some alert method. Okay, so alert method as hi, this is JavaScript events. Okay, so this is a text message I'm giving. So within this, that is alert message. So what is the function name? So just p off. Just go and give a p off. So while hovering the mouse, you can see some difference. So while I'm hovering the mouse, what happens? So some alert messages throwing out. So this is how we will use the mouse over. So you can use your keyboard, sorry, that is your mouse to do this event. So we have different events in the mouse itself. Okay, we'll see one more example. So one more example like so one more example is like I'm going to use focus event. Okay, so on focus event. So the same thing. So I will do it in the input element. Okay, so then only you can understand how the field. So sometimes we, while filling the forms, so some fields, show some background different colors, right? So that what I'm going to do. So put input type is something you can give it as a text, an ID as a. Okay, and here on focus. So on focus is an again it's an attribute. So in between this you need to mention the function name. So what is the function name? Here I'm giving it as a b, right? So b of. So here I'm not going to give any alerts. I'm going to change the background color once the focus is highlighted. If I click on that input field, it should show some different background color. So how can I do that? So document dot get elements by ID of. So in between, I'm going to mention it as a A. Okay, and dot style. So it is a style, and the property is I'm going to use some background color. So background hyphen color is so this is how you will. So what you have to do just to give the ID name and just add it. That's it. Okay, let's check the output. So there is nothing. If I click on this, so So input type text is on focus. The function name is b of. So I'll give some, sorry. The property value is just, background, not background color. If it is a color, the colors will change. So let's check. Mm, so what is the background color while typing? So it is in some cyan color. Okay. You can also change your other things. So we'll try this. Copy. And I'm trying to change the color of the text. Yes, so it is also changing. You can also change the input color also. Okay, so this is how you will use the mouse event. And we have something called as a keyboard event. If something I'm typing in the keyboard, so that should reflect to the user something. So what can we do is the same thing. So we put it in the notepad. I'll share these notes maybe in the chat box. Okay. So here in this functions, I'm giving the variables, everything will be same. I don't want this. And the input is, okay, ID. And here I need the attribute as on, key down attribute. Okay. And within this, okay, this function name should be similar. When it come to a logic, what I'll do is, when I click on this ID, so I need some alert message again. Okay. See here, document get element ID, or for this ID name A. I'm giving some alert message to be displayed. Pressed, you have pressed the key. Have pressed a key. Okay, so let's check what happens. So I'm trying to type something. Yes, when I click on the keyboard only, I'm getting this message. Okay, not when I get see here, when I click on the using this mouse, I can't see any alert messages. When I'm trying to type something, then I get a message. That is called as a keyboard event. Okay. So these are like this, we have so many events. Okay. Like what are the events like? So I'll show you what are the events we have. Okay. So and before I told you something called as create element, remove element, right? So I'll tell you how to do that. So now what I will do is I'm going to create an element and I'm just going to give some text in that. Okay, so not I'm going to use any anything in this paragraph. Okay, so let's see here. In the script tag, I'm using const keyword. So in this, I'm giving a name as e. So element dot create element. Okay, so here I'm going to create. So the element name I'm going to have is h1, heading element I need. Okay, so put it in the double quotes. Just close this script also. Yes. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is that is my variable name is a. So in this, I'm going to add some text. For that, you need inner text. Okay, so you have two things, right? Inner HTML is there. So now for this, to create after creating element, how we'll put the text is using this inner text. So I'll add some text as Shalini. Okay, Shalini I'm adding and come down. So document dot. So where I'm going to add this element. So within a body, right? Within the body element, I'm going to add. So you have to mention body and you're going to append the child. So what the child name? Child name is okay. The child name is append the child with the body element. Now we will check. Wait a minute. Sorry, ma'am. So here I've done mistakes. Document right as element. Create element heading 1. Then I'm taking a dot inner text and giving some text. Then document dot body dot append child. Sorry. So this is already in a camel case, right? So you have to mention it in a camel case. So now you can see the okay. So this is how you will create an element and append as the child. So this is a basic example we have. So mostly so this might be asked in the interview questions. Okay, this might, but this is not that much important. And also we'll see how to make an animation using HTML, sorry, using a JavaScript. So we already know how to create, animations using positions, right? In position and all we have done something. So now we'll see how we will do that using a thing. This JavaScript. So first I will create some two containers. Okay, so here first I'm going to create some button. The body element, I'm creating a button and slash button. Okay, so within this, I'm going to use attribute called on click, and the name is called a variable. Sorry, function name is. And next, you can give this name. So click here for animate. Okay, so we'll give it as animate. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a container, two containers, VAV class, or we'll give it as a ID. So ID equal to some container name. So close it off. Okay. So it is a container and this is called as an animate. So now for this one, so I need to make some, give some color, and I need to some changes, right? So first I've done with the HTML. Now I want to color this element, okay, to make a changes. I'm giving ID this for container, or I can go with a simple text. Okay, B, changing this to be B and this to be C. A simple names. Okay, and next one is hash C. In this hash B with colon is 400 pixels, height it's going to be some 400 pixels, and the position is I'm setting as a relative. Why? Because I'm going to place this C container within this relative. So we already know, right, absolute and relative difference. So this is a background. So background color it's going to be some cyan, and here the same thing, but I'm going to change some values alone. So values like it will be some 50 pixels, and this is going to be some absolute, and this is we'll go with pink. Okay, so this is how it has been designed. So we can check it off. Okay, and I didn't mention the style, so that is the reason it's showing like this. So style, so this mention style. So as of now, I didn't give anything, so that is the reason it is not functioning. So now we'll go here. So notepad. Okay. So now you go here. You need to give the JavaScript functionalities. Then only it will move from one portion to the another portion. So here, so I need to mention the function name. So function name is what? A of, right? A of. Within this A of, what are the things we are going to specify? So let keyword as I'm giving some name as A equals to, sorry, A already we have given. Something I'm giving it as a ID. So ID should be null. Okay. And next one is I'm going to give it as a const. So const, it is E. Const is document dot get element by ID. So what is the ID I've given here? So I'm going to animate the inner thing, right? So which is in the inner part. Just in the inner part, I'm going to that is I'm going to make a animation. So what is the ID for that? It is C. So mention C here and then give semicolon, and you have to set some position. So what is the basic position and how you're going to transform? So let keyword again, the position should be 0 at the starting point, and after clearing the interval. So previously the ID was null. So after you need to clear. So clear means nothing but it will make the position to be clear to the previous position. For that purpose we are using this clear interval id, and the id is set interval. I'm giving it as some variable name, just giving as a frame. So this is actually not a variable. This is a method. We have two values in this. One is a function, and then you have to mention the a delay values. Okay, so I'm giving it as a 5. And now here I'm going to create a function. So which the function I have given. So these are all the declaration part which we have done so far. Okay, now we are going to create a function for this id. Okay, so the function name is frame and open close. So in between I'm going to set a position. So if a position is equal to 350, then what happens? So already we have given a width as 400, right? So 400 is a maximum width. So if it reaches a position of 350, so what you have to do is we have to clear the interval. Clear the interval to be what? id, that is null. Okay. So if it is not, if it doesn't reach, if the position 350, what happen is have to do else position. So else is here you need to increase the position value what it was previously. Once it is done, what is that is c value so that you are getting here. So it's e dot style dot top. So I'm going to position it in the top. So top value is nothing but the position plus pixel. Okay, so that's what you're going to do. And top and left, the value is going to be increasing. So let's check what happens. So you can see the value. So the thing is animating, right? So again, it is positioning. So this is what you will do. Okay. Clear, guys? Any doubts in this? You might have some doubts or what is clear interval and what is set interval and why we are using that. So set interval is nothing but it is for iterating purpose. For example, this question will be asked. Okay, so what is the difference between set interval and set timeout? We will see that in the example. So if I'm giving something values like this, okay, if I'm giving some value for a set timeout, so what set timeout will do is it will function after the duration of milliseconds from now. So example, if I'm giving some values of milliseconds as 2000 millisecond, then it runs back the function alert method. Set intervals, what it do is it will not get looped, it will not get iterated. That is the main difference which we have, difference between this set timeout and set interval. So we'll see some simple example and then you can leave. Okay, just give me 1 minute. I'll tell you what is set time interval, the main difference. So copy this. Guys, try to practice these things, okay? Because everything is important, which I've been giving now notes. Because once you go to work, they will definitely, they will require these things to be, executed while you're working. So that purpose, I'm instructing you again. So, and go to code byte also, just have a simple code. Okay. So as of now, we'll see with the set timeout. So what is set timeout? So I'm giving some variable as let and a, and the function name as some b of. Okay. So within this, I'm going to set some values. So a equals to set time out. Okay. And here I'm going to mention some callback function. So callback function. So nothing but see here, I'm initializing one variable and I'm giving a value. So what value is set timeout? Set timeout is alert, or I can go with the function name as C, comma, some 1000 seconds, semicolon, and I'm closing this. Okay. So after this, I'm creating a function called alert, so C off. Give you a value as alert of hello, or I started the class at the morning, so it is now evening. Okay. So let's check the output now. And before doing that, we need a button. So once I click on the button only, I will get this values, right? Just go here. Remove this style. I don't want the style. Within this body element, I'll create button on click. So here, what is the function name which I'm going to give is B off. Let's check the output. Just wait a minute. So close the button and script. Yes, let's A and SB method. Okay, and A variable, that is initialization, and set timeout. And I'm using this C callback. So I can change this to be some 3000. Sorry. Yes, I'm getting after some 3 seconds. Okay, so give me 1 minute. Okay, guys. So one second, guys.